Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Today, we're diving into episode 9 of Pluto. The episode begins with Eyes, who is practically bursting with excitement. As she waits for May to return home, her mind races with disbelief and joy. She sits on the edge of May's bed, whispering to herself, "I'm really May's first love." Her grin widens, her heart racing with happiness. In that moment, Eyes feels like the luckiest person in the world, already dreaming of the embrace she'll share with May the second she walks through the door. Meanwhile, May is on her way home, sharing a lighter and more relaxed moment with Dr. Tun. Sensing the shift in her mood, Dr. Tun teases her. "Why didn't you just tell Eyes the truth? Why go to such lengths?" May smiles faintly, her eyes reflecting her thoughts. "If Eyes had admitted she was I might have been upset at first, but at least I'd know she cared enough to be honest. All I want is for her to be mine, completely mine. If that happens, nothing else matters, not Ben, not Kosal, not anyone. She'll forgive me for everything." Dr. Tun's teasing gives way to curiosity as he asks cautiously, "And when will you tell her about your sight recovery?" A soft smile plays on May's lips. "When I can look into her eyes with my own and see how much she loves me." Back at home, Eyes is buzzing with energy and can't sit still. She calls Kosal with a burst of laughter. "Is my bike ready yet? It better be because I need it. Tomorrow, I'm riding it to see my girlfriend." "Did you hear that? My girlfriend." She laughs so hard she nearly drops the phone, her joy filling the room. But eventually, the emotional high catches up to her, and Eyes falls asleep on May's bed, her face still glowing with a peaceful smile. When May finally gets home, she tiptoes into her room, only to be stopped in her tracks by the sight before her. Eyes is sound asleep, her expression soft and content. May feels her heart swell with emotion. She kneels beside the bed, gently brushing a stray strand of hair from Eyes' face, whispering with a fond smile, "You're so silly." And there, the next morning, the sunlight kissed Eyes awake, its gentle warmth a stark contrast to the whirlwind of emotions in her heart. She blinked a few times, realizing she'd fallen asleep before May returned. Guilt hit her immediately. May was already awake, humming a soft tune. She turned with a gentle smile. "Are you awake, Eyes?" Eyes rubbed her face and immediately began to apologize. "May, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to fall asleep." And, she hesitated, her voice trembling slightly. "I'm sorry for doubting you in the past, for not believing in your feelings or listening to your story about your first love. I should have trusted you." But May simply laughed, her eyes sparkling with a mix of affection and amusement. "Don't worry about it," May teased, brushing off the apology with the ease of someone who had already forgiven. Determined to make up for the past, Eyes thought carefully about what she could do to show May how much she cared, how deeply she wanted to make things right. She had an idea, something that would show May just how much she meant to her. "Wait here," Eyes said, her voice filled with quiet excitement. She had asked Kosal to repair her motorbike for a trip they could take together, but when she arrived to check on it, Kosal told her it wasn't ready yet. The news left Eyes feeling a pang of disappointment, but it also sparked an idea in her mind, one that filled her with hope and excitement. Without a second thought, Eyes rented a camping van, a cozy little vehicle that would take them on a spontaneous trip to a place where they could both leave behind the worries of everyday life and just focus on each other. It wasn't the motorbike she had originally planned for, but it was perfect in its own way. The thought of taking May somewhere beautiful, a place filled with nature and serenity, made her heart race with anticipation. When Eyes picked May up in the camping van, she could see the surprise and excitement in May's eyes. The joy was contagious, and Eyes couldn't help but smile in return, her heart light as a feather. The drive was filled with laughter and easy conversation, but there was also a quiet undercurrent of something deeper, a shared sense of wonder at the world outside, and a connection that grew stronger with every passing mile. May lifted her arm out of the window, letting the breeze play with her hair, her smile wide and free. Eyes couldn't help but glance at her every now and then, feeling a deep sense of contentment wash over her. Seeing May so happy, so carefree, made everything feel right in that moment. As they neared their destination, the landscape unfolded before them, majestic mountains, clear blue skies, and lush green meadows stretching endlessly. Eyes pulled the van to a stop, her excitement barely contained. "We've arrived," she said softly, her voice laced with anticipation. She wanted May to feel the magic of this place, to experience the beauty she could sense all around them. Opening the door, Eyes let the fresh, invigorating air pour in, carrying with it the crisp scent of nature. Turning to May, her heart raced with unspoken emotions. With a tender smile, she reached out and took May's hand, holding it gently before leaning down to kiss it softly. The touch of her lips conveyed everything she struggled to put into words, her affection, her gratitude, and her quiet apology. May felt the sincerity in the gesture, a warm smile gracing her lips. She looked at Eyes, understanding the unspoken promise in her touch. It was a simple, profound moment, an expression of love that needed no words. As May stood, taking in the peaceful atmosphere, Eyes gently wrapped her arms around her from the side. Holding May close, she whispered, I want to make up for everything. For the silly things I did, for not believing in you, and for never taking you on an overnight trip like this." Her voice was soft, filled with emotion, and May leaned into her embrace, feeling the love and care she had always hoped for. May turned to her, a soft smile tugging at her lips, but there was something in her eyes that softened the moment even more. "An overnight trip?" she asked, her voice light, teasing even. Eyes could see the hint of surprise in May's expression, the wonder of something new, something unexpected. They both stepped out of the van, taking in the breathtaking surroundings. The mountains loomed around them, majestic and timeless, the air so pure and fresh it felt like they were in a dream. They spent the day exploring, discovering hidden gems in nature, quiet lakes, gentle streams, and secret spots where only they would go. They took photos together, their smiles captured in each frame, moments frozen in time. The world around them seemed to disappear as they shared laughter and simple joy, the kind of peace that only comes when two people are completely present with each other. Eyes watched May as she reveled in the beauty of it all, her heart swelling with affection. This, she thought, was exactly what they needed. This was the moment she would hold on to forever. As evening fell, they sat on the roof of the camping van, the world stretched out before them in a soft, glowing blanket of stars. Eyes gazed up at the heavens, feeling a quiet sense of awe. She had written a story just for May, one that came from the heart, a gift of words that spoke of love and light. "Which star did you come from? Your brightness lights up the far ends of the sky. You're a dazzling star in my eyes. A spark of faith in love radiantly shines." May listened intently, her gaze soft and loving as she absorbed every word. When Eyes finished speaking, she turned to May, their faces bathed in the gentle glow of starlight. Without a word, Eyes leaned in and kissed May's cheek, a kiss that carried all the emotions they had shared that day. May smiled, her voice a tender whisper as she asked, "And which star are you from, my amazing girlfriend?" Eyes smiled, her heart full, and replied, "From Pluto." There was a quiet, tender moment between them before May leaned in and kissed her on the cheek, her lips warm and sweet. They held each other close, the world around them fading away as they shared a simple, perfect moment. Eyes reached into her pocket and carefully pulled out a stunning necklace, her fingers trembling slightly. The pendant, shaped like Pluto, gleamed with a deep, rich color shining in the starlight. On Pluto's surface, Eyes explained softly, "There's a heart-shaped area. I'm giving you Pluto's heart." She took the necklace and carefully placed it around May's neck, her hands gentle and loving. The pendant glinted softly, a symbol of her feelings, of her commitment to making things right. Under the stars, they shared another sweet kiss, one that was soft, gentle, and full of unspoken promises. It wasn't just a kiss, it was a moment that spoke of everything they had shared, and everything they were yet to experience together. Later that night, wrapped in the warmth of each other's arms inside the van, they found peace in their quiet connection. Their hearts beat in perfect sync, as they whispered their love in the stillness, basking in the intimate comfort of simply being together. Outside, the world was distant, irrelevant. In that small, cozy space, it was just the two of them, lost in a bubble of pure love, trust, and acceptance. As the first light of dawn peeked through the windows, they woke up to a new day. Eyes looked at May, her heart overflowing with joy, knowing that this moment, this love, was something that could never be taken for granted. Meanwhile, far away, in a hospital room, something was happening. Ohm's hand twitched, and slowly, her eyes fluttered open. After everything, she was beginning to wake up. Stay tuned for the next episode. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and share to support the channel. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. What do you think will happen next? Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell for updates. See you in the next video. Thank you and goodbye.